could pick my teeth with that so-called sword. Bring down the gates!
Yo, what's up everybody? This is chuckwurt back with your some more Game of Thrones walkthrough. This is part 3 of what I've decided today is going to be a 5-parter. So tonight we're going to go after, as you see on the screen here, we're going to go after multi-balls. All the main multi-balls outside of the wizard modes. So we are going to cover Blackwater Multiball, Wall Multiball, and the winner is coming Hurryups, which leads you into the winner is come multi-ball. Okay, so first thing we're gonna. Hey, what's up, Ronald? Thanks for watching again, man. Good to see you. So first we're gonna cover Blackwater Multiball, which is the main multi-ball of the game, the one you're gonna be playing the most of, and so we're gonna dive into that. There's quite a few different aspects of it to consider. So yeah, we'll get right into that. Before we start, someone on Pinside had a question for me regarding multi-ball and whether you, if there's any advantage to ever not bringing in a mode to into multi-ball. I haven't found any. Basically, the only time I'll ever not bring a mode into multi-ball is if I just forget and realize that I can't start a mode, or if I accidentally started a winner is coming hurry up and it locks me out from starting a mode for the third lock. But basically you want to make sure that if you're making your third lock for multi-ball, you also have your modes qualified and ready to start, because you can't pass on starting multi-ball. Once you lock your third ball, it's going to start. So you need to make sure that your choose a house battle or choose a mode light here on the center ramp is lit before you shoot that third lock. Okay?
Choose your house.
Alright. I'm going to be picking Martell all night tonight, just so I can hopefully stay in the multi-balls longer and show you everything I want to show you. Okay, so Blackwater Multiball. First thing is how to lock balls, or light your locks for that matter.
Unbent, unbroken.
To light your locks for multi-ball, you want to hit either one of the 2 green stand-ups that's below the right wire form. And again, you can hit either one. On harder settings, you'll have to hit both, or subsequent times going into multi-ball, you'll have to hit both. But the first time around, you just need to hit one or the other. Okay. So that was easy enough. Now we got lock lit at the center ramp. One thing I also want to show you is, if while lock is lit and you hit the other lock target, so you can see right now I hit the bottom one. If I hit the top one, okay, so now since the lock was lit and I cleared both lock targets, you can see now I have my green wildfire light in front of the ramp. Now we touched on this in the first part and what the wildfire rules are. But essentially what it is a battering ram mode, where once I hit the battering ram and wildfire starts flashing, I've begun the wildfire mode, which essentially is hit the battering ram as much as you can, and each time you hit it, it's upping the base value of all your jackpots in Blackwater Multiball. Now, through my research in doing this, Each time you hit the battering ram during the wildfire mode, it adds 10 wildfire to your arsenal, whatever you want to call it. So you're collecting it by 10, so 10, 20, 30. I've noticed that your jackpots in Blackwater Multiball start at around maybe just under $1 million or right at around $1 million. Then once you get around 50 wildfire, you're in the 2 million range. So it's upping your base Blackwater Multiball jackpot by a few hundred K each time you collect 10 wildfire from the battering ram. Now, that has a very significant drop-off once you get to a certain point. I noticed right around the mid to late 2 millions, it starts to drop off heavily down to where if you are still hitting the battering ram and you've upped your Blackwater regular jackpot to 3 million, each additional hit to the battering ram during the wildfire mode is only going to give you about 10,000 additional points onto that jackpot. So one thing the game doesn't do for you, which I wish it did, was, see how I'm going through my instant info right now? There's not a screen that tells you how much wildfire you have and what your multi-ball jackpots are worth, which I wish it did, but I'll see if Dwight can't fit that in if he comes back to this game and does another pass on it. But anyway, so when you start the wildfire mode, let's see if I can get it going here. So it's blinking right now, so each time I hit it, it should up my jackpot value for multi-ball. So you can see the screen is telling me I'm getting 10 wildfire per shot.
You're playing a bit rough.
Let's try it again. Okay, I tilted, but hopefully you got to see it enough times to where I think I hit it 5 or 6 times. So my jackpot value should be around 2 million, probably a little bit more than that. So if anybody was able to catch what my jackpot value was at, feel free to shout it out. But again, I would say if you're in wildfire mode to not really specifically concentrate on it, maybe hit it a few times because it's also going to get your playfield multiplier going. But as you can see, that was a really dangerous shot, and I was only able to hit it 4 or 5 times before I drained. So I wouldn't say concentrate on it, but that's essentially what that does. Now you'll see here too, it looks like I plunged a little too hard there, but so we got our lock lit, so I'm going to take our first lock here. Now if you look at the screen too, when it does the lock, it's going to plus 5 wildfire, plus 75 gold. So when you lock a ball, you get extra wildfire too. So essentially, I believe you start with like 2 or 5 wildfire. So with each locked ball, you're going to get 5 more. So at the very least, you're going to have around 20 wildfire going into multi-ball, which is, I think, over $1 million base jackpot. But again, if you get into that wildfire mode on the battering ram and jack that up a little bit, you can get in between 2 and 3 pretty quickly if you hit it between 5 and... Okay, so I think I hit the battering ram... Thanks, Ronald. So I think I hit the battering ram around 5 times during the wildfire mode. Got it to about 50 or 60 wildfire. And Ronald's saying that my jackpot for multi-ball is now at about 2.3 million, which will be even a little bit higher from locking that first ball. But anyway, that's just a way you guys can increase that base jackpot going into multi-ball. Just know that if you're bashing away that ram and you're in wildfire mode, you're increasing that jackpot for multi-ball. And then obviously all your multipliers apply on top of that once you're in there, but we'll get to that. Okay, let's try and get lock 2 going.
Lock is lit.
Okay, so we're going to lock another ball. It'll add some more wildfire. There's our third lock. We got our Lord of Light lanes. I was going to say, while we have the Lord of Light lanes, we're going to hit some wildfire and see if we can jack it up some more, but not no mo. Okay. Okay, you start with 4 wildfire. Thanks for that, Rolling Wonder. So yeah, you basically start with next to nothing, and probably around, I think, $1 million in jackpot, and then I jacked it up to 2.3 and 4 or 5 hits. So it gets up to a couple million pretty easily, but then like I said, once you get past 4 or 5 hits to the battering ram, it starts to really decrease how much extra you get in jackpot points for every time you hit it. So just kind of keep that in mind. Don't think that you've hit it 20 times, your base jackpot's going to be 10 million. It doesn't increase by the same amount. It starts to really decrease on you after you've hit it a handful of times. Alright. Block 3. Alright, so I'm going to pass on the modes here just so we can concentrate on what's going on in multi-ball only. But typically you never ever want to pass on modes going into a multi-ball. You want to take 1, 2 if you can.
Ball 3 locked. Blackwater!
Okay, so when we're in multi-ball, every single major shot is lit green. You just want to hit each one of those once. And again, the base value of those shots is what we collected in Wildfire before we got in here. So just try and take your time and pick off your shots. Way easier said than done because I'm very bad at multi-ball play, but okay. So we've cleared all the jackpots. You can see I have the timer for as well is starting to go now. I have 20 seconds to hit the battering ram as many times as I can for a super jackpot. So they start out at around 27 or 28 million, but as you can see I have 2x playfield going, so that's why I'm getting 55 for each one. Oops, okay, so now I'm on round 2 of jackpots. Round 2 of jackpots, you have to hit every shot twice. But the good thing about it is all the jackpots are worth double now because you're on the second wave of the jackpots. So combine that with all your multipliers and just do the math in your head. Okay? Because all the multipliers are still applying to them, plus their base value is now worth double because you're on the second round of jackpots. Ooh, the rare backhand to the dragon shot. So that's basically how the different levels of multi-ball work. Each subsequent round to the multi-ball you get to, the regular jackpots are worth double, the super jackpots are worth double. Then if you get to the 3rd level, the regular jackpots are worth triple. The super jackpots are worth triple. In addition to all the the regular shot multipliers and playfield multipliers you have going. So you can kind of see how quickly these points can just skyrocket. Oh boy. So that's a pretty good multi-ball. We wasted some time while I was explaining to you how the super jackpots work, but you can see if you can get through that first wave of jackpots and super jackpots and kind of almost get back to the super jackpots, it can be pretty lucrative. And that's why a lot of people always pick the Martell house, because the longer you can stay in that multi-ball, the better. I, for one, that's usually about as good as I do in that multi-ball. So I can typically do that well without an add-a-ball. I just don't see, for me personally, the value of just having that add-a-ball. I just find some of the other powers, at least for my play, a little bit more lucrative. So that's basically it for the scoring of Blackwater. Let's see. I'm gonna have to dump my ball here so I can see my computer. So we talked about the wildfire and how that works. Oh, also, when you're out of multi-ball, this is another reason why I think it'd be best to have it added to the instant info. Now that we've been through a Blackwater multi-ball, I'll try and show you here. Your wildfire resets. So we're not sitting on the 2.3 million or however much our jackpots are worth when we went into that multi-ball. Let's see if we can get the wildfire mode started so we can see what's going on.
Lock is lit.
Yeah, so see how the jackpot and wildfire went back down? We have only 25 wildfire right now, and in between 1 and 2 million base jackpot. So keep that in mind. That's another reason why you don't want to really concentrate on this wildfire mode, because it's not like it holds over the whole game. So yeah, we're over 2 million. 57, we're at 2.7. 67, we're at 2.9. So you can see it's starting to not increase quite as much. 2.9 at 7. So yeah, that was a little bit better to show you about what increments of wildfire your multi-ball jackpots are going to be. So remember, once you've gone through multi-ball, don't think that your base jackpots are still sitting at whatever they were when you went in. You gotta build that wildfire back up. Okay.
Choose your house.
So we just saw
House Martel.
Unbound.
what playing the multi-ball's worth if we don't take any houses into it. We saw I got around 450 million with no houses being brought in. So what we're going to do this time is kind of show you the importance of bringing a couple house modes into multi-ball, and we'll see if we can't score a little bit better there. One we've talked about before is Lannister. That one basically just starts itself from hitting the center ramp because it's also the lock shots. Typically when you go into multi-ball, Lannister will be available. Now if you're locking balls during playing other modes, then you might not have Lannister lit when you start multi-ball, but just keep that in mind. Lannister is almost always one that you'll have available to play during multi-ball, and you want to pick that every time. So if it's the only mode you can play going into multi-ball, pick it. If you can combine it with another mode, that's great. And so we'll just take any other mode in there with us. See if I can't get Stark lit real quick. Oh. Yuck. So again, I'm just trying to get a house or two lit before we lock balls.
Is lit.
Now I don't have to get the houses lit before I lock any balls. I'm just trying to get a couple houses qualified before we get going. It's not going well so far. Oh boy. So we're gonna pass.
Locked.
We're gonna pass on the Martel mode, just so we can make sure we're lighting as many houses as we can before we get into multi-ball. So we have a myriad of choices to pick from when we start multi-ball. Because if you remember, once we start a mode, you can't qualify other modes. If you're in the middle of playing a mode, you're not going to be able to light the other houses. You have to be in this single ball, nothing else going on state.
Ball 2. Locked.
So again, we're passing on modes for now, but it's just so we can light as many modes as we can before going into multi-ball. Okay, so we got our third lock, and like I said, Lannister's lit. We always want to take Lannister. It doesn't really matter which two you pick. Let's just go with... Let's go with Martel and Lannister. These are two good modes to bring into multi-ball because they both have longer timers, like I said from the other night when we were talking about the modes. My argument against Greyjoy is the really short timer. But again, it's every shot in the play field, so people like that. But I prefer to bring modes in that have long timers. And obviously taking Lannister in because you have to hit those dangerous gold targets first. So What? I almost lost my edible there. There you can see how quickly I lose myself in multi-ball there. I already used my edible, and last time I was through the super jackpots, I think, before I lost my... had to use it. See if I can't get a good control on the ball here. Where the light's used. Damn it.
Light bringer.
Okay. Okay, so this is a good example. I didn't even hit a single super jackpot, but I completed both modes, and I think I got through all of my regular jackpots. Maybe I was missing one, but I completed 2 modes. You can see my Lannister and Martell are lit solid. My score after the multi-ball is almost as high as what I got before without bringing any modes, and I did way worse in the multi-ball. So had I got to the same point in multi-ball as I did last time and completed these 2 modes, I would have been well over, you know, 500-600 million. So you can see right there, even with mediocre multi-balls, bringing those 2 modes in really helped boost your score. Now, had I not completed those modes and dink and dunked the whole time and the mode timers ran out, then that's pretty much your shit out of luck. You're not going to do that well unless you just crush the multi-ball outside of that. But it's kind of an all or nothing deal. But again, even if you don't do well in those modes in multi-ball and you come back out of multi-ball, you can start your modes right back up and just go about your business and try and get those mode scores up, knowing the rules of the modes and not just hitting the flashing stuff and hoping for the best. That's why I really wanted to cover those modes in depth before we talked about multi-ball, so that you can be aware of those modes rules while other things are going on. Like, you just get those rules ingrained in your brain, and while all the other chaos is going on, you can still realize when there's a big shot out there. Okay. So what else with Blackwater? Oh, another thing I see happen a lot when I'm watching tournament streams and just other streams of this game. What'll happen is, let's say you're in a mode and it's not multi-ball. So I'm playing House Stark, doing whatever, and let's say the mode timer's about to run out. Right here. So basically what I was trying to show you there is, a lot of times we'll see players, they're in the middle of playing a mode or two, and they've hit the locks and locked a couple balls maybe during those same mode timers, and then maybe lock their and light their third lock. If you're still in those modes and the timers are about to run out and your third lock is lit, don't start multi-ball, because once you get into multi-ball, those modes are going to run out instantly. So you won't have that advantage of all those extra balls around picking off your mode shots. So what I would do is, if you can safely hit the orbits or hit the, hit some safer shots and time out those modes, you can't just sit there and hold on the flipper. The timers will freeze at a certain point. But if you can just do a safe orbit backhand and then live catch on the other side, stuff like that, time those modes out, then lock your third ball, start those modes again, and then get your full timers going on those modes. I see it a lot where people just go ahead, they see that third lock, and they're like, boom, let's get into multi-ball. But if those timers are about to run out, it doesn't do you any good. It's almost like playing a multi-ball with no modes. Oh, also, one other thing to keep in mind during multi-ball, it's kind of hard to really do this, but this applies to all of them that I've seen, and I haven't been able to confirm whether it does it or not, but it does seem to happen fairly often. If you hit both lock targets while you're in multi-ball, it seems that the next pop bumper award is very frequently an add-a-ball. So you, outside of your Martell add-a-ball, you can also get awarded one randomly from the pop bumper awards. I haven't been able to find definitive evidence that that actually happens, that from hitting the lock targets it gives you a better chance of getting that add-a-ball, because it's definitely not 100% of the time. If you hit those lock targets, your next award from the pops is going to be an add-a-ball, but it does seem to happen pretty frequently. Oh, absolutely not. Good call, Rolling Wonder. And I didn't know that about Monster Bash, so thanks for sharing. So basically what Rolling Wonder said, this multi-ball is unlike Monster Bash because in Monster Bash, you're trying to stack all those monster modes, right, before you go into the Frank multi-ball. Well, what he's saying is once you start the multi-ball, those monster modes stay going the whole time you're in multi-ball, if I'm understanding that correctly, which is fantastic. But that is not the case for Game of Thrones. Those mode timers they just stay their course. So that's why it's imperative that you, best case scenario, start the mode and lock your third ball at the same time. Good call, Rolling Wonder. I didn't know that about Monster Bash. That's definitely good to know, because I tend to panic when I starting all those monster modes and before multi-ball. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much all I had for Blackwater. Just want to make sure I covered everything. I know we didn't get too crazy of scores from playing it a couple times, but I think I was able to kind of show you how those typically work. And I think it's one of the things that probably most people know a decent amount about, but I just wanted to throw in some of that minutia in there for people that didn't understand how the wildfire worked and that it resets after each multi-ball, and you know, the whole don't start multi-ball when you're about to lose your modes. So, okay. So the next one we got is wall multi-ball, right? Yep. Okay. So, wall multi-ball is, now this is one of the things that differs on the Pro than the Premium. You get to this multi-ball a completely different way on the Premium and LE than you do the Pro. But anyway, again, this is a Pro machine, so we're going to talk about those rules. And when we want to try and get wall multi-ball, it's hard to see on the stream, but we want to complete these top lanes up here. You can see I have the left one lit. See, I'm switching between the two. I want to complete both of them. Easiest way to do that is just from backhands off the left flipper. Each time you complete the lanes, a clock/wheel animation goes on the screen, and when that gets down, basically it counts down from 6, and when it gets all the way down to ready, your dragon shot will light for the start of the multi-ball. So let's see where we're at here. I can't get the ball up there. So let's look for this animation. It looks like I got 2 advances there. So if you noticed, on that last one, the wheel advanced, and then the pop bumpers gave me another advance. So a lot of times it won't take you.
Choose your house.
So you start at
House Baratheon. House Stark. House Martell.
you need to complete the lanes up top 6 times. But if you get a random pop bumper reward that advances wall multi-ball, or you select from the mystery awards at the dragon, you can also pay for a advance to wall multi-ball. You don't physically have to complete the lanes 6 times. You can get them other ways. And you can see there, one of the pop bumper awards will also increase your jackpots in wall multi-ball, which you'll see are pretty minimal. I think it just increased it to 400,000 just then, which is next to nothing compared to Blackwater, where we had it close to 3 million a shot before we got into it. So we got 4 left. Get up there. And don't worry about what's going on right now. We're going to talk about the winners coming. Hurry-ups a little later. I'm just getting it out of the way so we can keep doing this. So 3 left. Being a little impatient here. Always be patient, but I'm choosing not to be right now for whatever reason. Also, if your combo / shot multiplier arrow is flashing on that left orbit or either orbit, it will not feed the pop bumpers. It will flow all the way through. Unless you have a premium or LE. I'm just kidding. I'm sure most of you guys have fixed that by now. But anyway, so you always, if you're doing what I'm doing here and just backhand the left orbit to get it up to the top lanes to complete those, just make sure the combo arrow isn't flashing so that it feeds the pop bumpers instead of going all the way through. Yes, we'll get into that in our next show, and I'll touch on it here. Rolling Wonder, but yes, depending on which house you pick, it makes this multi-ball 1, easier to get to, and 2, more lucrative. But we're going to cover that in a second. So right now we're just trying to qualify this bad boy. There's another go. So 2 more. Alright, 1 more. Okay, so now it says ready, and you can see at the dragon shot, the mystery shot is flashing, but it also tells you on the screen. It'll still be lit when we start here on the next ball, but another residual effect of going for this multi-ball, your bonus X gets jacked way up. I mean, even if you have a massive bonus X at the end of your ball, you're only going to get around 100 million. I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at, but typically if you have a ball that long, you're going to be scoring in the billions, so it's a pretty small percentage. But anyway, so you can see how it says, wall multi-ball ready, shoot the dragon shot. Pretty easy. Well, pretty easy to understand. Hey, what's up, AJ? Hey, man, if you're on the fence, yeah, definitely consider it. Or at least, you know, go to your local spot that's got one and just, you know, play it some more with this new knowledge, and maybe it'll grab you. It's definitely not a game that is going to blow your mind with amazing artwork and, you know, stuff like that. I think that's what turns a lot of people off at first glance, and you know, there's not much going on with the play field, but all the good stuff's hidden in all these rules that I'm trying to teach everybody. Okay. So let's hit this dragon shot. Okay. So, once we're in the multi-ball, it starts with ramps. I have to hit either ramp 3 times. I don't have to hit them in any specific order. I just got to hit 3 ramps. Okay? And they're going to be worth very minimal points. You'll see right here, even with them being multiplied. So that was, at 3x, they're only worth 1.2 million. So that's pretty bad when that's a 3x shot in multi-ball, and Blackwater's around 9 million. But then after I hit the ramps, you can see the dragon's lit, and that's for a super jackpot. Okay. Okay, then after you get a super jackpot, it moves to the orbits. Same thing. You just got to hit 3 orbits. The jackpot values are going to be the same as they were on the ramps. Pretty low. After you hit 3, my dragon shot's lit again. And if you missed the super jackpot before, I believe it's worth around 10 million. Might be around 11 now. Well, yeah, times 3. So, yeah, that was under 11 million per super. So you can see, and that's pretty much everything Battle for the Wall has to offer as far as like the complexity of what the mode does. So essentially what happened there, to recap, was the ramps are lit to start. Hit them 3 times. And their base value is anywhere between, you know, 350 to 600,000 depending on awards you've gotten up to that point, and things of that nature. So 3 ramps, super jackpots lit at the Dragon. That's going to be around 10 million. That goes up slightly each time you get to the next round of jackpots and super jackpots. So after you hit 3 ramps, then hit a super jackpot, the Dragon, the orbits light. Same thing. Hit 3 orbits, then it lights the Dragon for another super jackpot. Each jackpot you're getting in this, it's going up a little bit, but not a ton. So for me at least, with being bad at multi-ball, even if I had the Martell safety net, I usually can't get squat in wall multi-ball. Now if I went into it with crazy multipliers and had a nice long multi-ball, yeah, but I mean that's really rare for me. So I rarely play wall multi-ball in competition unless I'm just screwing around at home. I typically don't play it because I can't get much out of it. It's real safe for me to get to, but there's no real payoff there. So that's basically it for wall multi-ball, but I want to show you guys how it differs when you're House Baratheon, which we're going to get into strategy next time with each of the houses, but I kind of want to, like, while we're covering wall multi-ball, show you how that multi-ball is different. And it's purely just from the scoring. It's also easier to get to. See how it says advanced wall multi-ball?
Ours is the fury.
So, the advantage for Baratheon, 1, it normally takes you 6 lane completions to get to multi-ball, or to light wall multi-ball. With Baratheon, it only takes you 4. The combo, so Rolling Wonder asked, if we're trapped up on the left, and we want to backhand the left orbit, but like I said before, if our combo arrow is flashing, it's going to send us all the way through the orbit. What I would typically do is try and wait and time that arrow out, but again, those timers will freeze eventually, so if it's not about to run out, it might stay flashing. If that's the case, what I try to do is backhand it anyway, because a lot of times you won't hit a perfect backhand and it won't go far enough to go around the orbit, and during that time you will have timed it out, or it might even feed the pop bumpers anyway. So just keep in mind, when you have it trapped and you see that arrow flashing, just wait a second. It'll probably time out, but if it doesn't, just give it a shot up there anyway and just hope it rattles enough that it doesn't go all the way around. But again, if it does go all the way around, not a huge deal. Just get used to catching it on the right side, bumping it off the wall, catching it, and then do your pass over or shoot it with a forehand once that arrow's out. Okay. So now we're Baratheon. We're going to work our way back towards it, and I'll show you how the multi-ball is a little bit... Actually, it's a lot more valuable. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't be such a bully.
That was dumb. So you can see right there, we just got an award for a Battle for the Wall jackpot increase, just like we did when we didn't have Baratheon House. But when we didn't have Baratheon House, that increased to like 500,000 points. But you just saw right there, the first time we got it, now it's up over 1 million points. So you can see right now that the base value of the wall jackpots are at least double. I mean, it's kind of goofy math, so I don't know exactly, but those base values are a lot higher. So instead of 400K, we're up over 1 million. And you'll see too, once we get in there, once we get in the multi-ball, if I can get to multiple levels of the jackpots, see, there we go. See, it started winter is coming, which is also something that opens the orbits, but you saw I kind of did a sloppy backhand up there, and it fed the pop bumpers anyway. Okay. So our multi-ball is lit. Let's get in there. Okay, so same thing. The rules aren't any different when you're Baratheon. It's just all the points are higher. So let's see how these jackpots look when we are playing with Baratheon instead of some other house. Now again, you don't have the Martell safety net because you picked Baratheon. So it's just a risk-reward, kind of pick your poison type deal.
Great.
So 3.2 for a 3x jackpot, when before we got 1.2 for a 3x jackpot.
Perfect.
Let's see. So a 3x jackpot before would have been like around 30 million, maybe a shade under. So you can see the extra value we're getting there, but the key is advancing further into the multi-ball, because not only are the jackpots more valuable, from what I can tell, they increase at a faster rate the later you get into the multi-ball than if you weren't House Baratheon.
Well fought.
Oh no. You can see my excellent multi-ball skills being put on display here.
Perfect. Well done.
So, I know this isn't a huge difference, but you could just kind of see we had basically the same length Battle for the Wall multi-ball. Yeah, I didn't get the Ediball, but I got just as far as I did with the Ediball. But our multi-ball value was in the 121 million range, when before we were only like 50 million. So just kind of put that in your arsenal and say to yourself, okay, I know I can blow up that multi-ball. It might be worth it for me to go Baratheon as a house, because I'm really strong at that multi-ball. I can get there super safe, sprinkle that in with my regular multi-ball, and that might be a more lucrative strategy for you. Here's the thing, though. No matter if you're Baratheon or not, the second go-around to wall multi-ball, and I've never gotten 2 wall multi-balls in one game. Anybody chime in out there in chat if you've ever done it. But no matter if you're Baratheon house with that advantage, or any other house, the second go-around to wall multi-ball takes 10 completions of those banks. But as you'll notice, watch this. Oh. Oh boy.
Lot is lit.
Anybody notice that? My combo arrow was not flashing, but the ball still went all the way through. After you've played wall multi-ball one time, anytime you hit the orbits, they stay open. So you can do the math in your head, how many times you hit a sloppy orbit so it falls into the pop bumpers instead of going all the way around. So there's one, but I gotta hope to do that 10 times. Yeah, so 10. See, it's going all the way around. I just gotta hope to hit a sloppy enough shot up there that it goes far enough up and doesn't circle around. I can't remember if I confirmed it from the right too, but let's see. Oh boy. I'm real bad at that shot. Get up there. Come on. Anyway, I was trying to see if it stays open on the right too, but I'm pretty sure it does. So yeah, you can see, because I thought, you know, when I started strategizing with Baratheon, I was like, okay, well maybe I can get to this wall multi-ball 3 or 4 times, and then it will become worth it. Well, leaving those orbits open every time you hit an orbit, it's going to be really tough to feed those lanes over. So, I've definitely like played against guys that chose Baratheon and completely destroyed it. So, you know, again, it's one of those things that, you know, you just got to kind of find out for your own sake and how you play, if that's going to be worth it strategy-wise for you. But, again, so remember that you really got to concentrate on multiplied shots during that, because the base values are really low. If you really want to cash in on that mode, I think you can only do it with Baratheon as your house. And let's see. Yeah, so just remember that, like, basically ramps, 3 ramps, dragon, 3 orbits, dragon, rinse and repeat over and over and over. Hope you got playfield multipliers going, because you're never going to hit that ram during it. So maybe if you can get some playfield multipliers going before you get in there and keep the timer running by hitting the battering ram during your grace period. But yeah, I haven't had much success on killing that wall multi-ball. Oh. So Rolling Wonder is asking if after playing wall multi-ball, if an orbit shot will feed the top lanes if I go from an in-lane shot to the right orbit, or maybe even the left orbit. I have not tried that, but
Choose your house.
we're ahead of schedule here, so let's see what happens.
House Lannister.
We'll try and test these open orbits as much as we can. Because like I said, I only recently discovered that, because like I said, I was trying to see how many wall multi-balls I could get to in one game, and I quickly found out that I'm only able to get to 1. And sometimes when the ball's rolling through those upper lanes, it'll roll down the lane switch really slow, and if you can quickly switch it as it's going through, you'll get 2 for 1.
Lock is lit.
Oh! Okay, it's ready. See if we can't blow this up with Baratheon, and then we'll try and see how those orbits behave. Oh boy. Yeah, that ball definitely run it out, Ronald. It like, I thought I had it back in 2 or 3 times, and then it still rattled out. I think the ball save on this multi-ball is pretty short too. That's why I like, a lot of times I am like dead to rights on this multi-ball. Try to sneak in a super jackpot there. That's my typical battle for the wall right there. And that was with Baratheon. Oh, shoot. Alright, so we want to see if in... So obviously that's going around. We tried that before. So we want to see if a left in lane to right orbit will feed the pops. And that was terrible. My bad. But anyway, we'll try it one more time real quick. That didn't go. So, that's the first time I think during these 3 parts that I pretty much haven't done something I wanted to do on the first try. So, I'll take that. Oh, I'm getting all kinds of good stuff up there. Get another one. Get another one. Man, let's find those out lanes.
Lock is lit.
Get up there. Get up there. Yeah. Alright, dragon. No. Man, oh man. I am not making a very good case for using wall multi-ball in any sort of scoring strategy. Okay. Told you I wasn't good at multi-balls,
Right,
people.
now what Men of the Night's Watch.
Okay. Oh my goodness! Okay. I'm pretty sure no matter what, those orbits will stay open, but if anybody wants to call me out on that after tonight's show, I'll make sure and update everybody on the next one. Okay. Last but not least, they're kind of intermingled. The winners coming Hurryups and winners come Multiball. So, the winter is coming Hurryups are those crazy flashing light modes that everybody hates and just times out and just tries to get it to end as quickly as possible. But I beg you to bear through the seizure-inducing lights and concentrate on the rules of those, because those can be very, very lucrative.
Choose your house.
We're going to play a different house first, because I want to show you the difference between collecting these with some other house and with Stark. Because that's the Stark's ability, is making these more lucrative.
Unbowed,
So,
unbent, unbroken.
if you remember from our mode talk, I don't know, Ronald, they just got pissed. I think it's whenever I try to play wall multi-ball, my game / any other Game of Thrones I've ever played gets mad at me and just tells me to quit trying and do something else. So, okay. So when we talked about our mode rules, each time you pick a house, so we picked Martell, it automatically qualifies that mode for you. See, we're flashing down here. Our mode start shot's lit up the center. What you'll also notice is, if you remember our talk from the first part, every shot is associated with a house by their house's color. Baratheon, Greyjoy, purple; blue, Targaryen; red, Lannister; white, Stark; Martel should be the right orbit, but it's blue right now. Well, underneath the stream, it looks kind of purple, but it's blue. Compare it to Greyjoy. Greyjoy is purple, Martel is blue for some reason, and Tyrell's green. The reason why the Martel shot is blue right now is because it's what's called iced over. It means that you qualified that mode, now that shot has been iced over. What that means is, every time you hit that shot from now on... Oh boy. And I might have to get another shot iced over just to... So I'm trying to hit the iced over Martel shot. Okay. So it says, winner is coming, value grows. 2 shots left. That means if I hit that shot another time, it'll say 1 shot left and increase the value for winner is coming. If I hit it again, that crazy winner is coming mode starts, and that shot only will be flashing. So let's see if we can get it started. So the DMD didn't show you, but that counted as another shot. So 1 more shot, and the winner is coming. Hurry up, will start. So winner is coming is running. If you look, my hurry up was 4.3 million. It's going to count down until I shoot it. I'm missing, so it's just going to keep going down. Keep going down. But if you remember, that shot started at 4.3 million. So not the craziest lucrative shot in the world. What you'll also notice is that mode timed out before I could shoot it. Meaning, I'm back to that ice shot. I didn't complete it. I got to hit that shot 3 more times. So that seems pretty difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ice over a different shot. Okay, so see how I lit the Stark mode? Now I have the Stark right ramp shot is iced over. Now watch this. If I can hit the... I can stop missing it. Backhands are always easier, at least for me. Okay, so same thing. 2 shots left. 1 shot left. Here's a key thing to remember. If I can get a hold of it. That's good. Gives us playfield validation back. Okay, so what you'll notice is I hit that Stark ramp twice, which got me down to 1 more. So the next shot I hit to the Stark ramp will start winner is coming, hurry up. A key thing to remember is if you hit any other iced over shot, it'll start it as well. Meaning, no matter which iced over shot you hit, it's going to advance you towards the winner is coming, hurry up. So if you have all your shots iced over and you hit the Greyjoy orbit and the dragon shot and then the center ramp for Lannister, that's the shot that's going to have the winner's coming, hurry up on it. Each individual shot doesn't have its own counter. There's just one overall counter that starts, it's basically just counts down. Like, so it's 3 iced over shots. So the first iced over shot you hit, no matter where it is, that brings it down to 2 shots. The second iced over shot you hit, no matter where it is, brings it down to 1 shot. That third iced over shot, no matter where it is, that's going to be the one that starts the hurry up. So to show that, I'm going to see if I can hit the Martel orbit. So remember, we haven't hit the Martel orbit at all since that last hurry up that we didn't collect. Oh, we started on the right ramp anyway, but right over here. But again, it starts at around 4 to 6 million typically if you're not Starkhouse. We're going to see if we can't time this one out. Now you'll see if you try to just sit here and time it out, the countdown will stop. So 1.2, we got to hit some more switches so it goes all the way down to 0. Okay, so let's try this again. There's 1. There's 2. So, right orbit. It's trying to backhand it. Man, really good at hitting that gold target over there. And too late that time. Man. There we go. See? I only had to hit the right orbit once. So the point of that is, if you're bad at that right orbit like I am, but you want to complete that winner is coming, hurry up, or start it there, hit something else that's easier a couple times. Get it primed so you only have to hit that right orbit once. Well, twice to collect it, but still. It's a lot easier than having to hit it 3-4 times, I guess. So the next thing you'll notice is I iced over the Martell shot. It's now my house's color, orange. It was orange before because that's the Martell shot, but you'll see here, I'll do this Stark Hurry Up, and that'll turn orange as well once we collect it. Okay, so see how they're both orange now? The reason why those turn orange is so you can keep track of how many winners coming hurry-ups you've collected. So now I've lit the Greyjoy house, now the Greyjoy shot's iced over. Lock a ball, pass on modes, just so we can keep doing this. Again, if you're in a mode, you cannot start a winner is coming hurry up. This is another thing you have to do in single ball play. Playfield validation. Oh, double for your money. So that one we built it up to 9 million. I think we got some random awards to build that up from the pop bumpers. Again, I typically see 4 to 6 million on average for the hurry up if you're not Stark House. So see, now we have 3 orange ones. Our left orbit, our right orbit, and our right ramp. So easiest one left in my book, which is Lannister. Okay, so we lit the Lannister mode. Now that shot's iced over. We're going to pass on grass so we can continue to advance towards this.
Lock is lit.
Oh no. That's only ball 1, that's good. Okay. So I think we got a good base of general knowledge for the winners coming hurry-ups. Now, I've collected 3. Once you've collected that 4th hurry-up, the winner has come multi-ball automatically starts. There's no qualifying, there's no nothing. Once you've collected that 4th hurry-up, which we are 2 shots away from doing at the center ramp, that starts winner has come multi-ball. Okay? I'm going to try and talk through that as we're playing, but I kind of want to give you a base knowledge of that once we start. Once we start, the DMD is going to have a real snowy atmosphere with some, like, I think they look like White Walkers way off in the distance. Not much going on, not really telling you too much what's going on, but the whole play field, every shot, the drops, the spot targets, and all the major shots, the orbits, the ramps, and the dragon are going to be lit blue. Okay? Our goal is to clear all those. Once you start clearing them, a 15-second timer starts. As long as you're hitting a shot within 15 seconds, you're good. If you're taking longer than 15 seconds to hit your next lit flashing shot, the White Walkers are going to add back a shot. So you're basically trying to get through a horde of White Walkers. That's what the mode level is called. So if you can clear all those shots, then it advances to another mode. But we'll get there. But just remember, the DMD is a big snowy atmosphere with stuff going off in the distance, not much going on. Everything's lit. We're trying to put everything out and hit shots quicker than 15 seconds in between each other so they don't come back at us. Kind of like Horde on The Walking Dead. If you wait too long, more zombies start coming at you and lit up shots. So this is kind of similar. 15 seconds is a pretty long time to make sure you're hitting your shots, but once you get down to 1 or 2 shots, it becomes a little bit tougher to hit that last shot before the timer runs out. But anyway, so we're going to collect our 4th hurry up here at the center shot. We accidentally plunged too hard, but that's okay. So we locked the ball. We got our winner is coming started. Use your playfield validation skills. Check this out.
Lock is lit.
Well, we hit too many targets, I think. Nope, we haven't. Look. Our hurry up has not started yet because our playfield is not validated. So we can take our time. Here's one of the things I love to do. If you get comfortable with backhanding this right ramp, I don't want to hit the center right now because, see, it's not even multiplied by anything. If I hit the right ramp, that will make the center ramp multiplied by at least 2, but I think it's going to be multiplied by 3. So let's try and do that. So center ramp's lit for combo. Oh! Okay, so we times it by 3. So instead of that being worth 3 million, it's worth 10 million. And I'll show you what's important later. So look, everything's lit. It's a 4-ball multi-ball. We just want to hit all these shots as quickly as we can. Usually if you hit the drop targets, it'll carry them over and hit the lock targets. Has a pretty generous ball save. Hear the clock counting down? Now our timer just restarted. Now we just got to hit the... Okay. Now we're on level 2. See how there's 3 shots lit? If you look on the DMD... It says there's 4 shots needed. I just hit 1. I got to hit 4 more. I drained out a multi-ball. I didn't realize that. And I didn't use my edible. Okay, so you saw the first part. We cleared all those shots. We didn't run out of time, so we didn't get any shots added back. The second part is called boss mode. If you noticed, there is a big... Yeah. Those are Penn Stadiums, man. Yep, they reflect off the game a little bit. So... If you, once you get to that boss mode, now, if you remember, there's only 3 shots lit. And on the DMD, it tells you how many shots you have left to defeat the boss. So it starts with 5. There's a counter up there. So if you just keep in your mind that you need to hit 5, that's what you need to get through. So there's 3 shots lit. Once you hit one, that one will go out, and it'll light another shot somewhere else in the playfield. So once you collect 5 of those, on the 5th one that you collect, that's your ultimate goal in Winner Has Come Multiball. It is the Super Jackpot. And the reason why those Winner Is Coming Hurry Up Collect values need to be as high as you can make them, because those 4 Winner Is Coming Hurry Ups that you collect, whatever those are worth, you add all those up, and that's the base value of your Winner Has Come Super Jackpot. So, theoretically, if you, let's just say, okay, for my last Winner Is Coming Hurry Up to start that multi-ball, it was 10 million. So, if you, let's just say we got 10 million on all those. So, all 4 of our Winner Is Coming Hurry Ups were 10 million apiece. So, that means 40 million points is the base value of the, Super Jackpot in Winner Has Come Multiball, okay? But that's just single value. So 40 million times, if you can get the playfield multipliers up and your combo, and you hit the 5th shot of that boss mode with a comboed flashing arrow, I mean, you can easily multiply that Super Jackpot by 10. And a 40 million base value Super Jackpot is pretty small. and I'll show you when we play Stark, when we collect all 4 of those. But yeah, you can kind of see how lucrative that multi-ball can be. It's got a long ball save. If you happen to be Martel and can last really long in that multi-ball, it can be very, very lucrative. I know a lot of people avoid it because those hurry-ups are hard to look at, but if you just take your time and really cash in the values of those hurry-ups with some timely multipliers, it can make that multi-ball really, really valuable. Okay, so once we've played Winter Has Come, it doesn't matter if we collect the rest of the hurry-ups. Oh yeah, that's why there's tons of this game. There's tons to remember. That's why everything's getting saved to YouTube and be highlighted on Twitch and be saved everywhere, so people can go back and, you know, rewatch things and get clarification. I just wanted to have everything out there so everyone's got a good video resource to really dive into this game. So, but anyway, since we've already collected 4 and played the multi-ball, we can't play that multi-ball again unless we go through the whole game, which is a little bit unfortunate because that multi-ball is really neat with all kinds of different levels to it. But Hand of the King's the same way. So, but anyway, so, and as you'll see, once you light the other houses, they immediately turn your house's color. That just means you can't collect any more Winter Is Coming hurry-ups. So they're going to immediately turn orange now since we've already been to that multi-ball. So we're going to reboot this game real quick, and we're going to see how different that multi-ball is when your house Stark. Hopefully I can show you how different it is. It's a tough multi-ball to get to the real lucrative part, but it's definitely something, again, to keep in the back of your mind. Oh, shoot. Did not want that to happen. I was chatting too much.
What house do you head for?
Okay.
Choose your house.
Stark House. Okay, as you can see, increased Winter Is Coming. You can see right off the plunge,
Winter is coming.
we're starting at 11 million. I think the highest value, base value we had for Winter Is Coming hurry-ups was 8 million last game, and that was after we had increased it 3 times. So you can see right off the bat, it's worth quite a bit more. So I'm going to get some extra iced over shots going. Oop. Oh boy. Not good.
Lock is lit.
Alright, so we got a couple iced over shots. No! There we go. I got a few iced over shots. So since we only have one more shot for the hurry up, I'm going to try and get that Martel orbit because I'm pretty bad at it. Okay, boom. 12 million. When our highest one before was only 8 million. I've seen that base value of these hurry-ups be as much as 16, 17 million. So just imagine if that has a multiplier on it too. want to try and lock a ball here to lock in that. Oh shoot! Oh no! So I took too much time on this one, but still 17. We got 12 on the first one. Try and get our lock lit so we can. What I like to do too is have a lock lit so that we can lock a ball, get a new ball served to us after lighting the Winter is Coming Hurry Up, so we can use that playfield validation to set up a nice comboed shot. I'll show you here in a second if I can lock. There we go. Okay, so let's get right ramp going. One more shot. Okay, now lock a ball. Boom. Okay, so get our playfield validation. Get this ball back under control. Okay, we can take our time. Right now we have a multiplied hurry up on the right ramp. My hurry up's not counting down. Watch, I'll sit here all night and that combo multiplier arrow is not going to go out. So I can take my time, line up my backhand here. Boom. So that times 3, that was 36, just from that one alone. So 36 was almost what all 4 of ours combined were worth last time. So remember, pass on modes, because I want to continue to hit the center ramp. Okay, so 3 more shots to this. It is not my new camera. There's a bug with the capture device and the newest version of Windows, the Fall Creators Edition, I believe. So I'm talking with the, I sent a ticket in to whoever makes that capture device to see if we can't get the bug fixed, because it makes the camera freeze after about a half hour of streaming. Okay, we're back in multi-ball. Remember, hit every shot once. Get up there. See, this is what I'm talking about. Hopefully we don't lose the timer, or else we're going to have to hit one more shot. Yep, see how it took me too long to hit that last one? Now I got to hit one more, and the timer starts back up. Okay, so I got... Oh, I thought I had that. Is that timer paused? Nope. Damn it. So, that's tough multi-ball. But again, you can kind of see I didn't really get much of anywhere, and there's a little bug action for you. Took a while for that sound to stop. So the mode wasn't really giving me much. It was taking me forever to get that last shot done to get to the next level where we could defeat the boss. So yeah, you can see how it's kind of difficult to get that big time super jackpot payoff. It's probably just as hard, if not harder, than Hand of the King getting to that big time super jackpot hurry up payoff. Probably a similar number of shots to get to that point, but that's essentially how it works. Hopefully I showed you enough there. What I'll do is I'll play one more time as House Martell, to see if we can't get to that super jackpot, so we can at least show everybody how that works. But yeah, it's definitely not easy. It's probably more of a mini wizard mode than a normal multi-ball for the game. Yeah, it was a bummer about my new camera. I was hoping we could do this in 60 frames, but that's okay. I'll get it eventually. Apparently, a buddy of mine who tested it on the last revision of Windows 10, it worked perfectly fine. And then I guess this most recent update, I think it's called Fall Creators Edition, that's what caused the capture device to freeze up after about a half hour or so. Okay, so let's go Martell. Let's see if we can make that multi-ball last a little while longer. Getting some shots. Iced over. Oh boy. Get that drop target. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, one more to light the hurry up, so I want to go right orbit because I stink at it. Oh boy. Right orbit. Well, that was a curveball. Come on. There we go. Remember, lock a ball, it'll pause our timers. We can take our time and set up that shot. As a multiplied shot, nonetheless. Now, if you want to get really fancy, you could go right ramp first and then multiply it. But I'm pretty sure I'm already multiplied by 3, so I don't want to risk that. Yep. So that got us good value by taking that little extra risk. We got it's not very fun. It shoots. The shots don't feel good to me. I think the Pro looks more fun to play by far. Yeah, the LE compared to the Pro as far as it plays. I've just heard that it just takes, and I've had this with other premium / LE versions of Stern games. They take a lot of dialing in. You got to adjust this, adjust that, and it seems to me that most of the LEs and premiums for Game of Thrones that I've seen on location, they're just kind of plopped down and minimal adjustments are made. I've seen them, mess with the RAM to help that along a little bit better, but they just need a little bit more dialing in and some adjustments. But I've heard that they play plenty smooth. I just haven't been able to, I guess, get one in my house and do the same adjustments to it. But yeah, I agree. The Pro, I mean, there's just not as much going on, so the shots are definitely a lot faster and smoother. And yeah, I for how good I've gotten at the Pro, I get my butt kicked regularly on those premiums and LEs. It's really hard for me to find a good, I guess, consistent scoring strategy on that. So definitely feel you there, man. Flying gun killer. Double for our money. Okay, we got 3 of them. But as you can see, those hurry-ups aren't worth diddly unless we get them multiplied. I typically try and set up at least 2 of the winner is coming hurry-ups as multiplied shots. That typically will get your base value of the hurry-ups at least to 75 to 100 million. Oh, yeah, I went with Flying Gun Killer. I don't know if anybody said that before, but yeah, you could definitely read your name about 8 different ways, dude. Alright, nobody let me forget about the Annaball this time. I use Martell so infrequently that... Oh, we got an Annaball from the Pops. That's always good. So it's going to be pure chaos here for a bit. Get up there. Yeah. Okay. Now we're in boss mode. 3 shots are lit. We still got our Annaball. We got to hit those lit shots. There's 1. It lights up another shot. We're using our Annaball. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Center shot's lit. Oh no! Oh. So we would have had at least a few 300-400 million payoff had I hit that center ramp. So I guess that multi-ball is worth it if you can if you can get to that super jackpot. I mean, you can see that, you know, with the Annaball help there, it wasn't a terrible feat to get there. I just had to hit that center ramp and I would have had it. I want to say we had at least around 40-50 million times it. Well, yeah, maybe it only would have been 150 to 200 million for that super jackpot. But again, if you would have completed some modes way before you got to that multi-ball, it would have been a lot more lucrative because your multiplier caps would have been unleashed and you would have been able to get to 5x, all that kind of good stuff. So it's definitely not a mode that I would necessarily recommend going for right away, but just it obviously knows it'll benefit you to know that mode inside and out, so you know that you're close. Oh, I see I got 3 of my Martell shots, or 3 of my shots turned Martell orange, so I only need 1 more to get to that multi-ball. And let's say you're pretty deep into the game and wondering where your next scoring opportunity can be. It's definitely that multi-ball. So oh, dude, you've had your screen name since AOL in 1993? That's exactly how long I've had my screen name. Well, whenever I first signed on to AOL Instant Messenger, which probably would have been in the 97, 98 range. So that's how long I've been chuckwurt, man. Okay, so let's make sure we got everything. This is a pretty short one tonight. Since that winner has come multi-ball, it's kind of cool. Let's go after that one more time. A couple things I didn't mention for that multi-ball. Whether you're in the first wave, where you're trying to hit every shot on the play field, and the timer starts, remember to listen for that clock ticking. Once that clock's ticking, you know that timer's running. You got 15 seconds. before it adds another shot. Once you get to the boss mode, there's another wrinkle to it that I didn't show you, and hopefully we can see it here. I was too busy trying to get to that super jackpot. If you're in the boss mode, a similar timer starts running. If you don't, you have 5 shots to hit. If you don't hit one of those shots for 15 seconds, the boss, the Ice King, freezes your left flipper, meaning you can't use it. The button doesn't do anything. To unfreeze it, it's pretty easy. There's only one shot on the game that's going to be lit. It's going to be the center ramp, and your right flipper is the only one that works. I believe it might even give you a short ball save right when your flipper freezes, just so you don't get any bullcrap drains. You want to get to the right flipper, hit the center ramp, and it'll unfreeze your left flipper. Okay? That's basically punishment for taking too long to make the boss shots in the second level of the mode. Once you unfreeze your flipper, you go back to trying to make your 5 shots. I'm not sure if it resets all 5 shots, but I'm pretty sure it just saves your progress, and you can continue to work towards your super jackpot. It would be cool if Dwight takes another pass at it, if there's some more callouts in that mode. Because I think with those multiple levels, it gets hard to remember where you're at, how many shots you've hit. If they could have some callouts in there to help us know where we're at in each of those levels. Maybe not the first level, but the boss level. Have a call out like 3 shots left or 2 shots left. That would be really helpful. Same with Hand of the King. If there's a way to kind of call out those different waves that you're doing and what level you're in, I think that'll help a lot of people understand how to play those modes better. But for now, that's why I'm here for you. So, okay. Let's see if we can get back into this. Oh, Ron, you out of here? Take care, man. Thanks for watching. Millennials do make me feel old because, I don't know, until I started having so many millennials in my life, I felt like I was the young one, and now I'm not anymore. It can be depressing for sure. Oh, see, I got impatient and I shouldn't have done that. Trap up first if you're going to backhand. Those rolling backhands can kill you if you're getting patient. Okay, let's get some hurry-ups. That was not a good start. Always be short plunging. Oh boy.
You're pushing your luck there.
Hopefully. It's still on screen. Okay. Didn't move it too much. No. It's always the left flipper that freezes during Winter Has Come Multiball. Always the left one. Good question, though. It was actually a funny thing when people first got this game, because they thought it was a, people thought that they were, their games were breaking, or like there's a bug in the software. It's definitely not a bug. And if you have time to go back and watch the video later, you'll see during that boss mode, it actually says on the DMD that he'll freeze you. So it took us forever to hit that hurry up, and it wasn't worth anything. Oh, get up there. Okay, I'm going to hit the lock shot first, because it's going to give me my playfield validation and also multiply my hurry-up shot. This is a much more lucrative... This is the kind of play you want to do if you get Stark mode. for you competitive players out there, I know everybody gets salty if they're playing on a location game and you got a faulty shooter lane switch and you step up to play your game and it qualifies your selection for you from the faulty shooter lane switch and you're forced to play Stark. Because I know damn well the way you're supposed to rule on that is, at least the first time it happens, that you just got to play on. So knowing some of these stuff, you can still put out a pretty awesome score with Stark. So during all that talking, none of my hurry-ups timed down, none of my multipliers timed down, and I cashed in for 18 million on that hurry-up. Yeah, I agree with Nun Killer or Unkiller or Gun Killer, whichever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it freezes the left flipper every time. Pass. Pass. Oh boy. Whew! Oh no. I wasted a great save. Typical chuckwurt. Okay. Drano. Still got a ball left? Okay. Now I gotta requalify that hurry up because I drained while I was running. Get up there.
You're playing a bit rough.
Oh boy. Okay. Remember your atta-ball. Clear all the shots. There's a couple. I hate when that right orbit switch doesn't give it to me because it's still spitting balls out. I gotta hit a shot here. My timer's running out. There's one. Oh, it gave me that one. Sweet. Dragon shot only. I tried to backhand it like an idiot. So it gave me another shot, but it's an easy one. It's a drop target, but only the bottom one's up. There we go. Okay, boss shot. I might have hit one right off the bat, but that's at least one or two. I might get frozen here. Oh, I didn't. How many do I got left? I need one shot. Okay, that's a super jackpot at single value. So that was only 35. So if I would have done a better job on getting my winners coming hurry-ups and multiplying that super jackpot, it could have been a lot more. You're not limited to the... Did I get an atta-ball? Sweet. You're not limited to the multiplier that you can put onto that winner has come super jackpot shot, meaning it can be times up to 25x. So I theoretically could have had that 35 million times by 25x, which would have been nuts. Damn. So again, nothing too crazy, but if you... The reason why I like that mode a lot is because there's a lot of setup and strategy involved in really trying to cash that in. And that's a really addicting part of this game, is trying to get to that multi-ball and set up that massive super jackpot shot. So you can do it with Hand of the King, but you can also do it with the winner is come multi-ball. I mean, there's a lot, there's more involved with it, but still, it's definitely definitely fun to do if you got lots of spare time to spend on this game and get to know it a little bit better. All right, well, I think that was a decent multi-ball on that, just to, not points wise, but showing you how to get through the whole thing. And if you noticed, after I got a super jackpot, it takes me down back to level 1, where we got to hit all the shots again, and then go back to level 2 and get our five boss shots to kill the White Walker and get that super jackpot. Hey, thanks, man. Like I said, I'm not the greatest multi-ball player, but I think I was able to show everybody tonight those main multi-balls. Again, very detailed instructions on how each of them work, what the points are behind them, timers, everything. So, as always, thanks for watching. Again, I'm chuckwurt, streaming for Straight Down the Middle. Make sure you support those guys. They do a great job on their YouTube channel and this Twitch channel as well. I have my own Twitch channel, chuckwurt, so make sure and follow me there. I do streams from time to time, do tournament streams, stuff like that if you like watching those. Yeah, I'm also a chuckwurt on Pinside, you know, YouTube, all that stuff. We'll make sure and have these this video uploaded to YouTube on Straight Down the Middle's channel and mine on YouTube as well. So don't fret if you just got here or weren't able to watch tonight. We will have it out there forever. So also a recap for next week. No problem, man. Always glad to help. So next week we are going to be covering strategy, house strategies. I'm going to go house by house and give you my best, I guess, opinion on strategically using each of those houses. Some of them are obviously less valuable than others, but again, I think once you fully understand what kind of things you can do with each of those houses, people will start to realize, oh, this maybe might tailor to my skill set better than this house. So yeah, again, it's just giving you all the knowledge that I have of this game so that you can make your own decision on what works best for you. So, awesome. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week. Peace.